All right.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Tucker. Some home gardeners may think soil is just dirt, but the right soil can mean the difference between a great garden and a disaster. Our garden expert, Derek Thomas with Thomas Landscapes, joins us now with more on that. Not all soils are created equally.
No, not all soils are created equally. And actually, soil is alive. A lot of people don't think about that, but yeah, soil is
Really?
It's alive. It's alive with bacteria and different nutrients and things like that. So start thinking about your soil as you would when you're doing a cake. It's like making a cake without flour. It won't work. So you got to start with good soil. And what people have to understand is there's different components to soil. There's things like stone and sand, which are basically inorganic, and that helps the plant's roots for stabilization and things like that. Then you have the organic material. You have things like compost. This is a peat mixture here, and then this is mulch. All of these are going to continually break down and add nutrients to the inorganic part, and the plant roots are going to take that in.
All right, they all have a specific role.
They all have a specific role, and it's all really, really vitally important, especially at this time of the year, that you do a little bit of prepping to make sure that you have a good garden or a good ornamental garden. Plants like this daylily, what we've done is cut this back. Antonio, you can put the gloves on, and I want you to show the viewers what we're going to be doing is actually doing a top dressing to this plant. Other plants like this, Liriope, what you want to do at this time of the year is work in some soil around the base of that plant.
Want me to do that?
And then you can do that to this one.
With this soil here?
With that soil. That's a compost. We're just doing what's called a top dressing to that.
Just around it there?
Just around that, and then you just work that in. And what you will do is after you do that to all of your perennials at this time of the year, give them a good watering. You can do a little bit of mulch on top of that, and your plants are going to be really set to go for spring. Now, what about if you're starting from scratch? Say that you've got a garden that's full of clay. Clay gets a really bad rap, but clay is a good thing to have. Clay is loaded with micronutrients. So you want to make sure if you've got a clayey soil, what you need to do is you need to amend that soil. And what we're doing is this is a great mixture. You can do this if you're doing potted plants, or you can do this if you want to get that garden prepared that's never been worked before. We've got it's odd numbers. We've got 5 parts of a peat and perlite mixture. Perlite is a volcanic stone that actually helps maintain moisture. So we're mixing the peat moss into there. We've got 3, so that was 5 parts. We've got 3 parts compost, and you can get compost from, you can get it bagged, or you can get it from, any supply source if you want to get it in bulk. And then we've got, I like to add in 1 part of shredded hardwood mulch. What that's going to do is it's going to actually help moisture retention. And then we've got 1 part sand and charcoal. Charcoal's going to sweeten up the soil. Now you've got the gloves. I want you to mix that all up, and you mix it in really good. And if you were doing this in your garden, if you were doing this in your garden, you would actually be mixing the clay and everything together. Now try to stay away. Try to stay away from rototillers and things like that, because it will actually damage the soil structure. You don't need to go too deep. Maybe about 3 to 4 inches deep is what you want to work this in, and you're going to have gangbuster results this year. Start with the soil. Remember, it's alive. Treat it well, and your plants will love you for it.
Remember the odd numbers there. That was good.
5, 3, and 1.
Now, I have one thing. I'm not a big gardener, but one thing that I mentioned that it smells good, that I have noticed is that good quality soil, you can smell it, and it smells alive. It smells good.
It does smell alive, and also what you're smelling is, believe it or not, part of the breakdown that's happening in the mulch and the compost. If it's done right and if it's healthy, it doesn't smell bad. If you're doing compost at home and your compost smells bad, you've done it wrong.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, sir. I won't shake your hand since my hands are dirty now.
That's okay. Thanks for getting dirty with me.
Thomas Landscapes, Twitter at Thomas Garden Guy.
Thomas Garden Guy.
All right, very good. We will be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.